no better turn than this. Thou art a villain.
Sibyls, the love I have to offer thee does much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I done, therefore, farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
Thou wretched boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
To protest I never injured thee, but love thee more than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, whose name I tender as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Oh, cold, dishonorable, vile submission! Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lines that I mean to make bold withdraw. Quick, sir, pluck your sword out of his pilcher by the ears, lest mine give out your ears ere it be out.
Gentle Mercutio, put that rapier up.
I implore you.
Come, sir, when it gets a kiss.
Ah!
Back in the Tybalt, where are you?
He's down the weapons. For shame! Forbid this outrage!
Be careful.
The prince hath expressly forbidden standing in ruined streets. Tybalt, good Mercutio!
What are you doing?
Listen to me, please.
Mercutio!
Wait, Tybalt, away. Get it! I'm hurt! Is he gone and hath nothing? What? A flame of both your houses!
Art thou hurt?
Ay, scratch. Mary, 'tis enough. Where's my page? Go, villain, fetch a surgeon!
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not so wide as a church door, nor as deep as a well. Mary, 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. As for you tomorrow, and you shall find me a brave man. Romeo, why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
A plague of both your houses! They have made worms meat of me. I have it. And soundless. Your houses!
Romeo! Brave Mercutio the gallant spirit, the spite of the clouds, which too untimely here did scorn the earth.
This day's black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins. The woe others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt, back again.
Mine in triumph. And Mercutio slain. Away to heaven with respect and lenity. And fire-eyed fury be my conduct now. Now, Tybalt, take back the villain that late thou gavest me, for Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads. Stay, for thy to keep him company. Either thou or I or both must go with him.
Thou wretched boy that didst consort to me. Shout with him hence.
This shall determine that!
Romeo! Romeo! Stop! Romeo, this is completely irrational! Romeo, stop! Romeo! Away, begone! Stand not amazed, the citizens are up! The prince will do me death if thou art taken!
Oh, I'm fortune's fool.
The lady that killed Mercutio, Tybalt, that murderer, which way
think how nice the quarrel was, and urged with all your high displeasure, all this uttered, with gentle breath, calm look, knees humbly bowed, could not take truce of the unruly spleen of Tybalt, death to peace, but that his hilts, with piercing steel, at bold Mercutio's breast, who all his arm turns deadly point to point, and with a martial scorn, with one hand, beats cold death aside, and with the other sends it back to Tybalt, whose dexterity retorts it. Romeo, he cries loud, hard friends, friends part, and swifter than his tongue. His agile arm beats down their fatal points, and twixt them rushes an envious thrust from Tybalt. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge. And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly? This be the truth, or let Benvolio die.
There's no! Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
No!
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio. Who now the rest his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, Prince! He was Mercutio's friend. His fault includes both the launch and end the life of Tybalt.
Yeah, take him out, Prince. Immediately do we exile him hence. I have an interest in your heart's proceeding. My blood for your rude rules doth lie a bleeding. But I'll immerse you with so strong a wine that you shall all repent the loss of mine.
That is impossible.
I will be deaf to pleading and excuses. Nor tears, nor prayers shall purchase out abuses, therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he's found that hour is his last. Bear hence this body, and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill. Gallop apace, you fiery for the steeds, poor Demas' lodging. Such waggers may whip you to the west and bring you into the cloudy night immediately. Romeo leads them into these arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers can see to do their amorous rites by their own beauties, or fluffy flung vestries of night. Come, civil night, come Romeo, come thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow on a raven's back. Come, gentle night, come, loving black-browed night, give me my Romeo, whom he shall die, take him, and cut him out of those stars. He will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with him. Oh, here comes my nurse. I mean, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands? Oh, Williday. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. We're undone, lady, we're undone. Alack the day, he's gone, he's killed, he's dead. Can heaven be so envious? Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, who would have thought it? Romeo! What devil or nothing to torment me thus? This torture should be borne in dismal hell hath Romeo slain himself. If he be slain, say I did not know. Brief sounds the torment of my reel of woe. I saw the wound. I saw it with mine own eyes. God save the mark. Oh, break my heart. Poor bankrupt break once. Tybalt. Oh, Tybalt. The best friend I had. Oh, honest gentleman, whoever thought I would live to see me dead. What storm is this? The blow so contrary is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead. My dear loved husband and my dear lord, the dreadful trumpet sound the general doom. For who is living if those two are gone?
Romeo! Romeo, come forth, thou fearful man. Affliction is enamored of thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity.
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
Tybalt
this look much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls. But purgatory, torture, hell itself!
Serpent heart with such a flowering face. Did ever a dragon keep so bitter cave? Beautiful tyrant, being angelical, despising substance of divine, to show just opposite to what thou justly seems, a damn saint, an honorable villain.
Oh, deadly sin, oh rude unthankfulness. Thy fault our law calls death. The kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives. Every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing live here and may look upon her. But Romeo may not.
There's no trust, no honesty in men, all perjured, all forsworn, all not, all dissimilar. Shame come to Romeo! Blessed be thy tongue for such a wish! Romeo was not born to shame, but his proud shame is ashamed to sin. Which is a throne whereof may be crowned sole monarch of the universal earth. Oh, what a beast I was to guide in him! Will you speak well of him that killeth your cousin? Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband?
Yet I am banishing. And sayest thou yet that exile is not death?
Is dead. Romeo.
Banishing. Friar, the damned use that word in hell. Howlings attended. How hast thou the heart to mangle me with that word banishment?
Thou fond bad man, hear me but speak a word.
Thou wilt speak again of banishment. It helps not. It prevails not. Talk no more.
Not banishment. Not one word banishment outside 10,000 Tybalts. To speak that word is mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is banishment. There is no end, no limit, measure, bound in that word, thus no word linger more bestowed. Others. Lord. All to my wedding bed. And death, not Romeo, take my maiden head, yet.
Let us see that bad men have no ears.
How should they when the wise men have no eyes? Tell me, Friar. Tell me, what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me. I may sack the hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand.
I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I do. Give this man to my Juliet, and bid him go take his last farewell.
Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thy tears are running to thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Unseeming woman and seeming man. Or ill-seeming beast and seeming both. Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order, I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? And wilt thou slay thyself and stay thy lady too that lives in thee, by doing dead and hate upon thyself?
Friar, tell me, holy friar, where is my lady's lord? Where is Romeo?
There, on the ground, with some tears made drunk.
Oh, he is just in my lady's case. Just in her case, oh, woeful sympathy, pity's predicament. Even so lies she, weeping and blubbering and weeping. Stand up, stand you and be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand.
Verse.
Oh, sir, death is the end of all.
Speakest thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Doth she not think me an old murderer? Where is she? How is she? What says my concealed lady to our canceled love?
She says nothing, sir, but weeps and on Tybalt calls and on Romeo falls. Mine, Romeo! And then back on her head again.
What? Rouse thee, man! Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy too. The law that threatens death becomes thy friend and turns it to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings light upon my back, but like a misbehaving and sullen wench, thou poutest upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy love, as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence and comfort her. But look thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass the mantua, where thou shalt live till conveniently we can find a time to blazon your marriage, to reconcile your friends, to beg pardon of the prince, and to welcome thee back with 20,000,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before, nurse, commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed. Romeo is coming.
Oh God, I could stay here all night and listen to good counsel. I will tell my lady you will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare the child.
Here, sir, a ring she made me give you. How you make haste, it grows very late.
No, nurse. Good night. Here stands all your state. Either be gone before the watch be set, or from the break of day disguise from hence, and sojourn in Angela. 'Tis late. Farewell. Good night.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily we have not had time to move our daughter. Look, you, she loved her kinsman dearly, and so did I. Well, we move on from that. It is very late. She should not come down tonight.
These times of woe afford no time to move. Madam, good night. Commend me to my daughter. I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she's mewed up to her heaviness.
So, Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love, and I think she will be ruled in all respects by me. Wife, acquaint her here of our son, Paris's love, and with her mark me on Thursday. Tell her she shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? You like this haste?
My lord, I would that Thursday were to come.
Then get you gone. On Thursday be it then. Go eat to her ere you go to bed. Prepare her, wife, against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord.
Don't be gone. It is not yet near day. It was the night when the unlawful Lord procured the fearful hollow of thy ear.
It was the Lord. No nightingale. Look, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Your light is not daylight yet. I know it. Therefore stay yet. Thou needst not be gone.
Oh, let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome, for Juliet wills it so.
It is. It is. Hie hence, be gone, away. It was the lark that seemed so out of tune. Some say the lark may speak vision. This doth not so, for she divideth us. Oh, now be gone. More light and mighty prose.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam, nurse, your lady mother is coming to your chamber. Be wary, look about. Then window. Let day in and let life out.
Farewell. Farewell. One kiss, and I'll descend.
Wilt thou be gone? Husband, friend, oh, thinkst thou shall we ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all these woes shall serve as sweet discourses in our time to come.
I have an ill-divided soul. Methinks I see thee now, thou art so low as one at the bottom of a tune. Either my eyesight fails me, or thou art pale.
Trust me, love. In my eyes, so do you. My sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu. Adieu.
Oh, daughter, are you up? Who is it she gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
How will she not? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, to be brought such a work that would be her right?
Not proud you have, but thankful you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate.
How? What is this? Proud. And I think you, and I think you not, and yet not proud! Mistress Minion, you! Thank me no thank you, so proud me no proud, but better you'll find choice to go to Paris to St. Peter's Church on Thursday next Lord, I will drag thee on a hurdle thither! Out, you greasy Syrian, out, you baggage!
Fie, what are you mad? Good father, I beseech you on my knees. Hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang the young baggage, disobedient wretch. I tell thee what, get thee to St. Peter's Church on Thursday next, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me, my fingers in the
Time having left her, you are to blame my lord to rate her so.
And why, my lady wisdom? Hold your tongue, good prudence. Spat with your gossips, go!
I speak no treason.
Pace you mumbling fool. Utter your gravity over gossipful, for here we need it not.
May not one speak. You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad. Look to it, think on it, lay hand on heart, advise, and you be mine. I'll give you to my friend, and you not. Hang! Hang! Sure! Die in the streets! For my soul, I'll never know thee, and what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it, bethink you. I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity? Sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief. Dear mother, he cast me not away. Delayed his marriage for a month, a week.
Talk not to me, for I will not. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Oh, nurse, how shall this be prevented? My faith is in heaven, my husband on earth. Comfort me. Counsel me. What says thou? Hast thou not a word of choice and comfort, nurse? Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and he dare be here to come back to challenge you. I think you should marry with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo is a dish up to him. Speakest thou from thy heart and from thy soul to beshrew them both? What? Thou hast comforted me, marvelous much. Going. And tell my lady mother I'm gone. Having displeased my father, through Friar Lawrence's cell, make a confession, and to be absolved. I will. This is wisely done. Damnation, oh, most wicked fiend! Go, counselor! Me and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. All to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have the power to die.
past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it. On Thursday next be married. That counted.
Tell me not that thou hast heard of this, unless thou tell me how it may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, then do so, but call my resolution wise. And with this knife I'll help it presently. Give me some present counsel or twixt my extremes and make this life mine.
Hold!
I long to die, and what thus speaks not of remedy.
Hold! I do spy a kind of hope, which craves its desperate execution, as that is that which we should prevent. If, rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then is it possible thou wilt undergo fame like death, and to chide away that shame, and copest thou with death himself to escape from it. And if thou darest, I'll give thee her.
Oh, bid me leave rather than marry Paris.
Hold! Go home. Be married. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Let not the nurse lie with thee in the chamber. Take thou this vial, being in bed, and this distilled liquor drunk thou off, when presently, through all thy veins, shall run a cold and drowsy humor, where no pulse shall keep his native progress, but surcease, where no warmth, no breath, shall testify thou livest. Thy eyes' windows fall like death when he shuts up the day of life. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade to paly ashes, and in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death, thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake, as from a pleasant sleep. Now, in the morning, when the bridegroom comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Then, as the manner of our country is, and in thy best robes uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be borne to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. Now, in the meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and she and I will watch thy waking, and then shall he bear thee hence to Mantua.
Give me, or tell me not of fear.
Hold. Get you gone. Be strong and prosperous in this result. I'll send a friar with haste to Mantua with my letters to thy lord.
Love shall give thee strength. Strength shall hope for. Farewell, dear father. What? My daughter going to fire lords? Aye, forsooth. Well, you may guess it is good on her. He is self-willed rogue free it is. See where she comes from shrinking from Maryland. But am I headstrong? Where have you been gathered? Where I have learned to repent the disobedient opposition of you in your behest, and am enjoined by the words to fall prostrate here and beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you. Henceforward, I am ever ruled by you.
Send for the county. Go tell him of this. I'll have this not enough tomorrow morning.
Nurse, will you go with me into my closet and help me sort such needful ornaments as you see fit to furnish me tomorrow? No, not till Thursday. There is time enough.
Go with her, nurse. We'll church tomorrow.
Hi,
must meet with you. Madam? 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 Help! Help! My lady's dead! My lord! My lady!
What else is here?
Oh, look! Oh,
What is the matter? Oh me! Oh me! My child, my only life! Revive! Look up! Or I will die with thee! Help! Help! Call help!
For shame, bring Juliet forth, her lord is come.
Alack the day! She's dead! She's dead! She's dead!
How to laugh? She's cold. Blood is settled. Her joints are stiff. These lips have long since been separated. And death lies on her like the untimely frost on the sweetest flower in all the field.
Oh, woeful time!
That have taken her hence to make me wail, as if my tongue will not let me speak.
Ah!
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. There she is.
I thought almost to see the morning's face, and nothing can be such a sight as this!
Alack, my child is dead. With her my joys are buried.
Confusion's cure lives not in these confusions. Your part in her could not keep from death, but heaven keeps his part in eternal life. Dry up your tears and stick your rosemary on this fair course. And as the custom is, in her best array, bear her to church. For though some nature bids us all lament, yet nature's tears are reason's merriment. Go, sir, and madam go you in, and go, Sir Paris. All must prepare to bear this fair course unto her grave. Thy heavens do lower upon them for some ill. Move them no more by crossing their high will.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news ahead. And my lady came and found me dead. Strange dream that gives a dead man leave to think. And breathed such life with kisses in my lips that I revived and was an emperor. News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? How fares my lady? Is my father well? How fares my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she as well, nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps at Capulet's monument, and three mortal parts within the list. I told her that only Cantus ought to present so close towards you. Oh, pardon me for bringing you this news, and you did me that at my office, sir.
Even so. Then I defy you,
I
scars!
still beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and too for some misadventure.
Tush, thou art deceived. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Get thee gone. I'll be with thee hence. Well then, Juliet, I lie with thee tonight. Let's see for needs. Oh, mischief, thou art swift to enter in the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary, and hereabouts he dwells, which late I noted, meager were his looks, sharp misery had worn him to the bones. Noting this opinion to myself, I said, and if a man did need a poison now, whose sale is present death in Mantua, here lives a caitiff wretch who would sell it him. And this same needy man must sell it me. As I remember, this should be the place. What ho! Apothecary! Who calls so loud? Come hither, man. I see that thou art cold. Cold. There is 40 ducats. Give me a dram of poison, such soon speeding gear as will disperse itself through all the veins, that the life-weary taker may fall dead.
Such full of drugs I have. But natural law states, death to all that understand.
Art thou so bare and full of wretchedness and fierce to die? Famine is in thy cheeks. Contempt and beggary hang upon thy back. The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich. Be not then poor, but break it and take this.
My poverty but not my will concerns.
I pay thy poverty, not thy will.
Put this in any liquid food you will, and drink it all. And if you have the strength of 20 men, it shall dispatch you straight.
There is the gold. Worse poison to men's souls, doing more murder in this loathsome world than these poor compounds that nation not sell. I have sold thee poison. Thou hast sold me none. Go, buy food, get thyself in flesh. Come, cordial, not poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave. But there I must use thee.
Holy Franciscan friar, brother, ho! Brother!
This same should be the voice of Friar John. Welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo? Or, if his mind be ready, give me his letter.
Going to find you fair for brother out on our order to associate me here in this city, visiting the sick. And finally, the searchers of the town, suspecting that we both were in a house where infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up its course and would not let us forth so that my speech mitch, but there was safe.
Who bore my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it. Here it is again. Nor could I get a messenger to bring it me, so fearful were they of infection.
Oh, unhappy fortune. By my brother, but this letter was not nice, but full of charge, of dear import. The neglect of it may do much danger. Friar John, go hence. Get me an iron crow, bring it straight into my cell.
I will bring it me.
Now must I take this monument alone. Within these 3 hours shall fair Juliet wake. She will beshrew me much that Romeo hath had no notice of these accidents. But I will send again to Mantua, and keep her closely in myself till Romeo come. A poor living corpse closed in a dead man's tomb.
came I hither? Good gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Think upon these gone. Let them affright thee, or beseech thee. You put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury. Be gone. By heaven, I love thee better than myself, for I come hither armed against myself. Stay not. Be gone. Live, and hereafter say a madman's mercy. Bid thee run away.
I do defy thy conjuration, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Have at thee, boy!
Oh, Lord, keep my... I am a slave. Thou be merciful. Open to me. Lay me with Juliet.
Let me peruse this face. Oh, Mercutio's kinsman, noble County Paris. What said my man? He said that Paris should have married Juliet. Said he not so, or did I dream it so? Or am I mad hearing him speak of Juliet to think it was so? Give me thy hand. I'll bury thee in a triumphant grave. A grave? No. For here lies Juliet, and her presence makes this world a feasting presence of light. Death, lie thou there. Oh, my love, my wife, death that hath sucked 100 thy breath, hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced there. Oh, Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the lean, abhorred monster keeps thee here in dark to be as terrible? For fear of that, I still shall stay with these. I still shall stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here will I remain, with worms that are thy chambermaid. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, oh, here the doors of breath, seal with a righteous kiss, a dateless bargain to a gruesome death. Come, bitter combat. Come, unsavory God. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary. Thy drugs are quick. Thus. Take the kiss. I die.
Oh, St. Francis, speed on speed. How often after my own feet stumbled at graves. Who's there?
There's one, a friend, and one that knows you well. And there's my master, one that you love,
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long have you been here?
For half an hour.
Go with me to the vault.
I dare not, sir. My master knows now that I'm here, hence, and fervently menace me with death, if I stay and look at his intent.
Oh, stay then. I'll go alone. Fear come upon me, oh much I fear some ill and thrifty thing. Romeo? Oh, Paris. And steeped in blood. Vault. Oh, Romeo. And pale. Oh, what an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance. The lady stirs.
Oh, comfortable fire. Where's my love? I do remember well where I should begin. Here I am. Where's Romeo?
I hear some noise. Fair Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare no longer
Go get
stay.
me hence! For I will not away! What's here? A cup enclosed in my true love's hand. Poison, I see hath been his timeless end. Oh, churl drunk all, but no friendly drum to help me! After I shall kiss thy lips. Happily some poison yet doth hang on them, to make me die their sword. My lips are warm. See, I this way. Yea, yours. Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger. This thy sheath. There rest, and let me die. This is the place.
The ground is bloody. Search about the churchyard. Go, some of you. Whoever you find, attach. To full sight, here lie the county slain. And Juliet bleeding. Warm and newly dead. Here hath lain these 2 days buried. Go! Tell the prince! Run to the Capulets! Raise up the Montagues! Whoever you find! Arrest them! Go! You see the ground whereon these woes do lie. But the true ground of all these piteous woes we cannot without circumstance descry. Here's Romeo's man. I found him in the churchyard. Hold him in safety till the prince come hither. Here's a friar. I found him trembling, sighing, and weeping. A great suspicion, say the friar too. What disadventure is so early up that calls on first tomorrow morning rest?
What is it then so shriek abroad?
Oh, the people in the streets cry Romeo, some Juliet, some Paris, and all run open outcry towards our monument. What fear is this which startles our ears? Sovereign. Realize the country Paris slain. Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, or in future. Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes. Here is a friar, and slaughtered Romeo's man.
Oh heavens! Oh wife! Look how I got it bleeds! His dagger hath mistaken. For lo, this house is empty on the back of Montague. And in mischief in our daughter's bosom.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir now early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile hath stopped my breath. What further woes conspire against mine age?
Look, thou shalt see.
Thou
Untaught! What manner is it this to press before thy father to a grave?
Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while, till we can clear these ambiguities and know their spring, their head, their true descent. Then will I be general of your woes and lead you even to death. Meantime, forbear, and let mischance the slave to patience. Bring forth the parties of suspicion. Up, boy.
I am the greatest, and able to do least, and yet most suspected as the time and place doth make against me of this dire murder. Yet here I stand to impeach and purge, myself condemned and myself excused.
Then, say once what thou dost know of this.
I will be brief, for my short date of breath is not so long as his tedious tale. Romeo, there dead, was husband to that Juliet, and Juliet, there dead, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage date was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city, for whom, and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. You, to rid her of that siege of grief, betrothed and would have married her before myself, but she killed herself. So gave I her, tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which so took effect as I intended, as it brought upon her the form of death. Meantime, I read to Romeo that he should hither come, as this dire night doth make against us, to take her from her borrowed grave, and bear her to mansion. But she who bore my letter, Friar John, was stayed by accident, and yesternight returned my letter back. And then came I all alone, at the fixed hour of her waking, to take her and keep her close at my cell till conveniently I could send to Romeo. But when I arrived, some minute ere the time of her awakening, there untimely lay the noble parents and true Romeo dead. He wakes, and I entreat her come forth, that we may bear this act of heaven with patience and virtue. But then the noise did scare me from the tomb, and she, too desperate it seems, would not go, but did violence on herself. All this I know, and to the marriage her nurse is privy. And if aught in this miscarried by my fault, then let my old life be sacrificed unto the rigor of severest law.
You still have known me for a holy man. Where's Romeo's man? What did he say? I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and in post he came from Mantua to the same place, to the same monument. This letter, he bade me give his father, and threaten me with death if I depart not, and left him there.
Give me the letter. I will look on it.
This letter doth make good the friar's words. The course of love, tidings for death. And here he writes he did find poison before apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault, to die and lie with Juliet. Where are his enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scorn is laid upon your hate, that heaven by me to kill your joys with love, and I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Oh, brother, give me that pen.
This is my goddess good. For no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I shall raise her statue in pure gold. That well, but that there shall no figure of such a be set as that of true and faithful Juliet.